Happy Friday, everyone. Oh my God. So it was hot today. Um, Luckily, we started at like 7 at Recoil to unload the container. And we got 8s, 10s, and 12s in stock. I also picked up some of the single MDF boxes, which are flat pack. If somebody does want to make a large purchase, like a pallet worth, that is worth it. Because right now boxes are expensive and we can get these pretty cheap to you. I think if you get a pallet, I think they're only like 35 each, plus, whatever the trip is, whatever the pallet worth is, though. And that's a 1.3 cubic foot box at 34 hertz. It's a flat pack. It comes with glue. They were not a success on Amazon, mostly because the shipping individual boxes was too expensive. It ate up all the profits, and then they would also ship, and then they would, UPS soccer team beat them up and everything like that. So, but Hayden's out there unloading the truck now. I was able to get probably right around 20 of the 12s and 20 of the 10s, and then only 8 of the 8s because I don't really care about those. But we have a whole bunch of grills and stuff like that go with them, and they're good for filling, box holes. There's a lot of boxes that I have that I want to be able to populate and then move out. So, but I wanted to show you guys these. Somebody ordered these. It's a PBT S04. It's funny, we couldn't find the part number because somebody had wrote a 5 instead of S. But these are available on the website if you want to get them from me. Anything really basically on the website, just take out 15% and you just buy it from me and I'll get it for you. So, but this is the ones I was telling you about. Again, this is, the guys at Recoil have been doing this forever. See that little insert? So, and you can just remove that, and let's see if I can do this with one hand. Can I do it? Maybe not. Let me get that out of there. So you can see the inserts too for 0 gauge, but you can see it on the website. It's good, and they're really affordable. It was great today. I got to visit with Larry. He signed it. He's like, wow. He's like, what do you want me to write? I was like, write "fuck robot," and he's like, no, because he's kind of a prude. So Larry V did that for me. So, but what is this? Is this the 03? Yeah, we didn't do the 03. We did the 02. Basically, a lot of the stuff didn't change. It was the addition. It was great. There was a rep there that had worked at Rockford or Lightning at the time, Rockford, and he was talking about how he had gotten the 15 Neo with a Neo motor, and these came in quad coil, and he put like 4 of the 2,000 watt Class Ds on his, and it was hitting like 150 dB and shit like that. It's pretty rad. So this is what I wanted to show you. This is the way that they sold it. What's great was, I think at the time these were better performer subs than what Rockford had. I remember not this version, but the X1 version, which was the one I showed you yesterday in the 2002 with the weird, it was it had this dust cap version of it anyway. And Rockford on their display at CES had this. They had like a 15 hertz wave going to it, so it was big exertion. And they're like, it's got the biggest on the market. And of course, that is all TC Sounds. That's all T.C.O.Z. And they didn't give any credit to T.C.O.Z. Poor T.C.O.Z. But these were 8-layer coils, and then of course they would tap out each coil. Or this one shows the dual 4 ohm version, and then I think this was the quad 1 ohm. So this was basically dual 2, and then this was dual 4. So, and that was the difference between the aluminum ones, and they used the same aluminum caps, but it was on the honeycomb aramid. It's because it's not carbon fiber. It was aramid fibers, which is, I think they used Nomex, and it was a laminate, and it was great and everything like that. But the cones that we got from T.C.O.Z. directly back in 07. Some of them didn't get baked properly, and so we had to back them with either epoxy or CA to make them a little stiffer. So what I really liked on them was the rubber surround, and I have not found any woofer to have that. And so I actually have one that is 20 years old, and the rubber surround is still great on it, and it's been here in Arizona, and I got to cut out a piece and then send it to China so that they can not necessarily copy it, but just to verify to make sure that we get that material, whatever that material is. So, and then of course I think this is the, so this is it looks like a triple stack, but there was a couple versions of that. I don't go away. There was a couple of versions of that, which was there was a slim version, which was the initial one, and then they went with a thicker slug of Neo on there as well. But it's the same thing, and basically it's the same power. It's supposed to save a little weight. In fact, I think, oh gosh, you used to be able to look up the Newton meter square on the website, and I think the ceramic version was 180, because it's the same as the 3 HP. That's the 3 HP motor. And then this was like 210. So it was slightly greater as far as Newton meter squared goes, as far as the performance goes. But yeah, it provides 30 to 50% more motor force than the ceramic. Yeah. Again, what does that show? It as far as you know, BL force, yes, but as far as performance, you know. And also, you know, it's really kind of fragile, because if you got it hot, then, you know, you're in trouble and it loses. There was the Storm. It's funny. Larry was telling me about his husband, Luis, said that the Storm series and setup that they did in his car that year, of course you get to write it off, was the best one he's ever heard. So, but, you know, Rockford did not continue things with TC Sounds. In fact, they threw a lot of the stuff in the dumpster. As I found out when I bought, gosh, how many did I buy? Yeah, I bought about 100 of them. It was the ceramic versions, and they were selling on eBay, and basically they flooded the market. And the problem with that product is that you got to know how to use it, and you got to know, you know, you got to have the frames and all the other stuff to go with it. And most consumers did not. And so I think after the third or the fourth auction that I won in a row at 99 cents, meaning it didn't go anywhere, I was the only bidder, and then they were charging me $25 shipping, but they were just right down the street from me. So I just emailed them. I said, hey, look, how about I give you the $25 and I just come down and pick them up in my pickup truck? And they're like, fuck yeah. Of course that saves them a lot of eBay fees. And so I went down there, and I was like, he's like, you know, how do you want to do it? I was like, how's a cashier's check? I said, fucking give him a cashier's check for whatever it was. It was $25 times 10, that's $250. So yeah, $2,500 for 100 of them. And then I think they threw in a bunch of extras too, because they were just like, get that shit out of here. So, which was, you know, great in my favor. And then I built them all out and shipped them out with Ben Jones helping me build. Other than that, that's all I really wanted to cover. Everything else pretty much stayed the same. I don't know if, yeah, we covered that one yesterday. Battery's the same. And a lot of this stuff was leggy. Oh, well, there was that inverter. They also offered an inverter that year. Again, that's just off the shelf. Oh, there was two versions, 300 watt and 150 watt. Again, those are just Chinese off the shelf, and then they sold it with a wire kit. Off the shelf, and then they put their name on it. So, and then they had their damping mat, which they called Dead Skin, and it was called Dead Skin because they were into the whole body modification thing and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and they did a mini turbine fan. So, but let's see what else. I think that was it. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. They got these done by. At the time, there was only like one or two dudes in the whole valley that had a CNC plasma cutter, and they actually had these plasma cut and assembled from a guy up in Prescott, and he did really good work. In fact, he had been doing it since I was there at Lightning, which was in '99. So, because I remember we got a big pallet of them in, and I was thinking like, if there's extras, you know, like, let me buy one. And they're like, nope, they're already promised to everybody else, and, you know, dealers, and, you know, that we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars. So, And then I think the merch didn't change, and then that was it. And then lastly, I wanted to cover really was the pricing on those to show you, because I got dinner or whatever, lunch cooking, and I wanted to show it to you guys. Modular subwoofers, LA Storm. So here we go. X2, V2. Now this is just for the top assembly. Okay, 162, 187 for the 12, and then 212 for the 15, and then that looks like the 10. Yeah, the honeycomb version, which is the quad coil, only $10 more. 200 even for the 12, and then I'm sure on the next page it'll have the, there we go, honeycomb, right there, 225. And then let's see, where's the motors? And then the motors, the ceramic motor, $125. That was dealer cost. And you could actually, for a minute, when I think Parts Express bought out a lot of the stuff from T.C.O.Z. And Audio Pulse, and you used to be able to, it was like a secret, like you had to know the part number, because otherwise they didn't want to advertise it, because people are, there's a lot of consumers that are dumb. And so you had to type in the exact part number, and it came up and it was the same price, and you could get it for 125 shipped. So the Neo version, 200 shipped. Not bad, because it still goes for that. So people still sell it for that. Typically around 200 or 250, depending on what shape it is. And then when we bought out from T.C.O.Z, I also got probably about 60 of the Neo motors. And the problem with those was the plating on the Neo was flaking off, the chrome. And so we had to get in there and scrub them real good. And then, like, we only had a short window to get them magnetized. And so we got them magnetized anyway, which actually is better, because you can sit there and blow in them with compressed air and scrub in them to get all the flaking off. And then when they magnetize, there's all of a sudden there's still flakes and things like that. So it's actually better to clean it while it's magnetized, because the Gauss helps the track. Hey, Cece LaRue. I think that was it. Yep, that was it. I just wanted to show you that, and then again, I'll do the 2004 line, which is the last one that I have, because after that they kind of went down the tubes. And then it was great though. Larry's like, hey, do you have one more of those catalogs? And he was showing off to people. And Forrest, who used to run the tech support and consumer interface at Rockford, now works for Recoil and does work for those guys. And just it's people in the industry have all been working together, and he just really liked it. It was a good gift that, how do you get a guy like that who has, can buy whatever he wants? How do you get him something that he can't, buy for himself? And so this is a great gift for him. So anyways, have a good weekend. I love you guys. I'll do some videos about the subwoofers and post links and all that kind of stuff. Bye.